small selection of records from our trip to Wales and Chester. Anyone up for electronic goth music? Well, here's some Chester lads willing to oblige. It's released through the SRT facility in 1982, and looks like the Cheshire Cat has been nibbling at the top of the sleeve there. This is Pylon. It's from 1981, American band, and they've got quite a German influence with their sound. There's a fish looking worried. Obviously the Cheshire Cat's back in the room again. Next up is Dislocation Dance on the New Hormones label from 1982. Slightly awry indie, almost wine bar music. No, really it is. Followed by Huggy Bear, Riot Girl Stalwarts on Rugga Bugger. This is lo-fi to the max. The usual confused political polemic. Seems hard to believe music was ever so vital. Next we have Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians. This song, If You Were a Priest. Soft boys man being eccentric. Well, what do you expect? First release on Glass Fish. Next, the Discount Chiefs. Trumpets Will Blow on Round Ear Records of Monmouth. Mildly esoteric, cautiously avant-garde, post-punk. That's the A-side. And slap bass on the B-side for a minute or so, then everything improves. And then changes again. A very busy B-side. Next, Easter and the Totem from South London on Ideological Sound Records. They released a handful of records in the late 80s. Now we have an album by Essential Bop. This is Art Post-Punk. I think they came from Bristol, active during the late 70s and early 80s. At least a couple of good singles too. I think the painting is influenced by the great James Ensor. Now, all these records we've just seen were purchased in a shop in Chester, Graham Pink Records, which is really worth a visit. Plenty of vinyl to sift through. Certainly better than Cobb, which is a little bit disappointing, but this is where we got this record, Seraphine and the Smoke. That's Anne Seraphine there, and this is a little bit rock, a little bit funk, a little bit blues, a little bit psych. She's got a deep soulful voice in the vein of Janis Joplin, and it's quite a good LP. And finally, this is from Cobb Records in Bangor. This is Yukio Young, and an album called Art Pop Stupidity. This is on Little Teddy Records, and he's the man who worked with Alan Jenkins of Deep Freeze Mice fame. In fact, it sounds very like Alan Jenkins, or Stephen Duffy even. This is quite a good LP, quite weird, and some great tracks like Jimmy Percy and Intercourse with Barbara Steele. Definitely one for getting in touch with your inner eccentric. That's it for today.